Hey guys, so I wanted to share my biggest lessons that I learned for 2023 last year. The first one is slowing down. Last year was a year I wanted to slow down because I think that I would just go without sometimes thinking, is this a place I actually want to go? So sometimes if you're too fast for your own good or you move too fast, slowing down can really do a lot of good. And that decision to slowing down led to the rest of the lessons I'm about to share with you guys. The second lesson was take time to ask if the next mountain is a mountain you want to climb. Sometimes, because of mountains, we're the type of people that need to progress, right? It's human nature. Kailangan natin mag-progress. We need to grow. But if you don't take the time to see and look at the mountain and be like, is this a mountain I actually want to climb? Will I be happy with the view? And sometimes also taking the time to appreciate the view of the mountain you're already in. To appreciate the view of the mountain you're already in is worth doing. You can take your time, enjoy the view, and be happy that you have climbed so high and so far already. So taking the time to realize and understand if the next mountain is a mountain you want to climb is worth doing. Slowing down and asking which mountains you want to scale and climb. And this leads to my next lesson. Sometimes we scale mountains because of the mountains that are inside of us. Meaning, through the years, when you grow up, you don't have barriers or mountains or walls. But because of life, because of pain, because of experience and going through just the ups and downs of life, sometimes you put up mountains or dragons or whatever you want to call them inside of you. And if you don't take the time to try to scale those mountains inside, internally, you will forever chase mountains outside, externally. Slaying dragons out there, the next dragon, climbing the next mountain, But you're doing that pala because you have not scaled or climbed the mountains that you've built inside of you, or the mountains that have grown inside of you. So, taking the time to understand those things, basically doing internal work, working on yourself and reflecting, is really, really worth it because sometimes it can take over, which goes to my final strongest lesson. Unhealed wounds will control you. Unhealed wounds will control you. Meaning, if you don't take the time to understand that you're in pain, or you were in pain, or you have an old wound that was never healed, if you have an old wound that was never healed, and you don't acknowledge it, sometimes it's so easy to forget that you were ever wounded or you were ever hurt. And if you ignore that, what happens is it just becomes a part of you. And if it just becomes a part of you, you in pain is just normal. And you soothe and you try to comfort yourself. And all of those things are a part of how you navigate and move in life. And it's part of your decision making, it's part of everything. But hindi mo na realize that these old wounds, these unhealed wounds, are taking control of you. And how can you truly be free if pain takes over you, or you have you have pain that isn't accepted and acknowledged? And you can't heal a wound that you do not accept. You can't heal from a wound that you do not acknowledge. So taking the time to understand your old wounds, and those old wounds play in a relationship. Me and my wife really imagine the dynamic: my wounds, her wounds, us responding to our own wounds, how we respond to each other's wounds. My God, we had to learn that. And to have someone go through all of those things last year was amazing. And me and my wife grew so much last year because of those things. So I would say those were my strongest lessons. And one thing to help yourself navigate through these lessons that I've shared, knowing the truth is very, very important. Meaning, ano ba yung totoo? What is the truth? Like when you're scared of something, anxious about something, or anxious about something that might be bugging you, or a decision that you might have to make, or a reaction to something, what is the truth? Ano ba talaga yung totoo? Bakit siya totoo? Just asking yourself, Like, what's the truth? What's the truth? Why am I feeling this? Ano yung totoo? Where is it coming from? Ano yung totoo? Knowing and practicing honesty with yourself and understanding what the truth, based on fact, fact, is very, very important to be able to navigate around life and direction. So, yun. I hope these lessons, just wanted to share these lessons. And they were huge and instrumental last year. And I'm so happy I slowed down. It just came from deciding to slow down last year. And I'm so excited and looking forward to this year. It's still a journey, but that's all part of life. And I wish you guys the best. Thanks for listening.